ócáid tábhachta seo, ócáid is sort réamhrág an Cuirt, an éana word that you've just Neachtain seo. You're very welcome to this wonderful event, a sort of prelude to the great festival that's happening in Galway this week, the Cuirt International Festival of Literature. You're all very, very welcome to this special occasion in which we are going to unveil a plaque and a poem. And the man that's going to tell you more about it here is a man that could be described as the godfather of the arts in Galway, except he's too nice. So we'll have to describe him as the grandfather of the arts. Tom Kenny, really wish that. Tom Kenny.
Well, if any use the camera on, we'll honor and honor and behan shy we're Laura. Mar is so called Talk, is so called Galway Ascohara, We're unveiling a plaque this evening to a very special building, which was this building, which was known as the Kasbah. It was the first nightclub in Galway, or so called anyway. It sold crew beans and chips and soup. And it only really opened after closing time, and nobody ever really knew when it closed because everybody that came in was more or less drunk anyway. But it was a very special place for 20 years in Galway. It was run by two sisters, Nora and Gilly, and they were very famous and much loved. This is a building full of nostalgia for many generations. And we're really honoured because one of the people who may have been in here, but whose wife certainly later knew both of the two sisters when they were in hospital before they died, is Gerry Hanberry. And he has written a poem to celebrate these two ladies, Nora and Dilly. It's a beautiful poem, and I think it reflects and catches echoes of these streets in the heart of Galway, and it has a kind of a Galway accent which those two ladies most certainly have. So I didn't realise I was going to be doing this, but I am now going to unveil this poem, and then I'm going to ask Gerry Hanberry, who is the author, to read it. So I'll bring you over to that, and here's to Nora and Dilly. Gerry,
you're on.
You're on the stage. Okay, congratulations. Thanks.
Well, this is the poem, and as I say, the evening has nothing at all to do with me. I just happen to be the lucky person who was in the right place at the right time of a nostalgic evening when I was told, why doesn't somebody write something about this fantastic institution that was so important to the night people of Galway in the 50s and 60s, when the night people of Galway had really no other alternative but to go in here and go sucking crew beans all night. So it was a great institution. So it all arose out of a night of nostalgia and chat. I went home and I thought that was the end of it until a big envelope of material arrived in the post from Tom here beside me. I knew then that things were serious, and I had to lock myself into my workroom for months on end. and I ended up with an essay that RT took for Sunday Miscellany, and the poem is sort of based around the same thing. So without further ado, I'll just read the poem, and that will be it. And again, I thanks to Jimmy and Tom and everybody who made it. So I'm really pleased to see this outside a place I stand fairly regularly myself. I'm proud to say. He's got a book here. It was called Nora Croods or Dillies, as you know, but it was also among a certain group called the Kasbah, out of wit and fun, you know. So the Kasbah on Quay Street, in memory of Delia Kelly, her sister Nora, and their establishment Nora Croods. Gulls and grey sea mists, footfalls down from High Street, night folk not yet ready for home. The half-hearted street lamp at ease on the corner, casting more shadow than light. 2 doors. Wood from the street, one to the bubbling stew pots, 4 men sucking crew beans at a table, Dilleen singing the Claddagh Boatman, a cat purrs from the mantelpiece, a melodeon draws its breath on the dresser. Warm refuge from the town's pin-eyed, the sinful pleasure of a midnight feast. Nora ready for the next gentle tap. Who's out? Who's out? 2 students and the doctor. Come in, lovings, out of the cold.
Very good.
Margaret Gerry, Margaret Tom, ladies and gentlemen, if you would join us inside now for a further evening of entertainment on the story of the Kasbah. Poet Gerry Hanberry.
Lovely.
And you're going to have a treat of Diddy singing a song, or a rare recording we have found. So please join us.
Are you going in there?
Can I just get past you? Thank you very much. Wasn't it lovely?
Terrific.